All right, GM everyone, welcome into the space. Let me get Kenny Powers up here, get this Friday fucking jumping. Have a lot to go through as we lead into the weekend. Weekends are no longer time to relax. You have to stay locked the fuck in. That is 100% the case because just so much stuff is going on. Kenny Powers, GM, how we doing, sir?
Good morning, Cheese. Doing well. Happy Friday.
Yeah,
to
man.
You and my co-host, an idiot.
Yeah, he's off camera away, but it looks like he's tending to the flock, tending to the herd.
Sorry, I'm trying to solve coffee problems at fucking 11:07. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, all good, bro. All good. For those of you that are in the request, keep requesting because you're not coming on stage. We appreciate it. And we appreciate the support, but not gonna happen, motherfucker.
Not gonna be part of the lore today.
Yeah. But anyways, a lot of stuff to get to. Some big announcements from Simple Farmer even last night. And also some things that are coming today. So yeah, Kenny, I want to run through some market stuff so we can get right to this. Simple Farmer is day 3. We'll see if he comes in today. I know he was in cap space again, but day 3 of the Simple Watch. Doom, 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 doom. We'll see.
Yo, you gotta create a little like
I'm gonna create a
thing for that.
like you talking about like an unsolved mysteries, like where is Simple Farmer?
100.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. Fucking yeah, it's all good. But anyways, while we do this, I'm gonna have Claude spin up a little like widget that pops up and it's days with, you know, you go to big companies and it's like the big OSHA board and it's like days without injury. And we'll put it up there, days without Simple Farmer. And yeah, so that'll be pretty good. But anyways, let's get to it. What's happening in the market real quick?
Yeah, quick run through. Looking at just like the majors right now, a little bit of a sell-off. We got Bitcoin down 2%, trending down at 62,591 is where we're at right now. So we dipped below that range low that we had yesterday during the day. ETH at 1865 down 1.5%. You got Solana down 1.72% at 75.15. So majors taking a little bit of a, I mean, it's not like a big dip, but you know, trending down, rolling over into alts as well. Hyperliquid down about 4.5%. You got Zcash down 2.5%. You know, for the majority of alts, a little bit of a sell-off. VVV down 3.5%. Pump Fund down 3%. Back, it ran up to 0.003 yesterday, but back down to 0.0027. But yeah, for the most part, most majors and alts are slightly red as we start the day off. Looking at equities, kind of flat over there as well. NASDAQ down 92 points. S&P only down 10 points and Dow down 80 points. So a little bit of a flat line over there. But, you know, if they can close out the week today strong, that'll be the 3rd week in a row that we've ended on a positive week for equity. So overall, things seem to be doing all right. You know, crypto's kind of ranging. Bitcoin's just been stuck in this, you know, mid 60s kind of range. So, you know, looking forward to the breakout. Hopefully that comes sooner than later on that. But other than that, obviously, Stonkbroker ecosystem continues to evolve. There was a launch last night for Sleuth, which is still sitting at 24.6 mil. So that's doing well. I know we have another project launching later on today as well. And I'll let you get into that because you know about it a little better than I do.
That I know a little bit more about what? Sorry, I wasn't listening to you.
Next project, special project launching.
Yeah. We're gonna dive into that just a second. What about on the NFT side, bro? You're fucking what is that one you called yesterday? Stackers. Yeah. Kenny called this in the Reality Check Discord. Kenny called this when they were 0.04? Yeah, 0.04. That's when I bought. I put 3 WETH offers in. I got them. The floor ran up to like 0.055. And then somebody came in and started fucking WETHing the living shit out of them. And bro, so I was like, I'd already lost a good bit of money on a couple of meme coins. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. And then I sold them for about break even, a little bit more. And then now this morning they hit, while you were sleeping, they were over 0.3.
I saw that. If I was awake, I would have fucking sold. But yeah, I mean, look, the chart looks pretty decent. Obviously, it's really all it is just a reskinned kind of attempt to recreate Stonkbroker in a sense where, you know, they have an NFT. If you activate an NFT, there's, you know, they take the fees, and then with those fees, roll them over into tokenized equities that are distributed back to the holders of activated NFTs. It's on a much smaller scale. This launched on Ponds, so it's part of the Ponds community. And that's the only reason I really bought it, is because I know that community is very passionate about their projects that launch on Ponds. It reminds me a lot of the early Pump Fund guys when Pump Fund came out, and they were like, oh, Pump Fund, it's all about Pump Fund. Seems like Ponds is like the Launchpad over there that's, has the biggest market share of like Robinhood launches right now. So that's the only reason I dabbled with it. And yeah, it's done well. Yeah, the chart ran up when I bought. The chart was around 500K. It ran up to like almost 3 mil. It's ranging somewhere around 1.6 to 2 mil right now. But yeah, I mean, look, there's plays every day. That's what you keep saying it. I keep saying it. You just got to be locked in and scanning constantly, because every day there's opportunity to hit a 2, 3, 4, 5x. Who knows? So you just got to be locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you also have the Saudis that's doing their thing, right?
Yeah, I saw another tweet came out this morning, and I've been seeing in some different NFT chats that they're also doing whitelists for, which I'm assuming is going to be these oil rigs that are going to be minting on Robinhood, which are going to be mining oil, and that will be a ticker. So yeah, if you owned a Saudi NFT, you were able to claim a free whitelist spot. I don't know what the mint price is going to be when it does mint, but the assumption is that if you own a Saudi, you're getting a free one, maybe more than one. Who knows? So yeah, that should be coming pretty soon here on Robinhood as well.
And then what was it? There was another one that ran up yesterday. It was called Friend or Friend. You know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, I thought you meant Pipe Dogs.
No. Pipe Dogs.
It did not run up.
Yeah. Bags, bro. I love it.
Those did not run up.
Do you know which one I'm talking about? It's fuck it.
Friends.
Yeah,
FREN.
I think it was like FREN or something like that. But what it was for like a gotcha. And when I bought pretty inexpensive. I think 0.03, 0.04 as well. And then kind of the same thing. Those things went like way below. I ended up selling for like a $200 loss. And then the motherfuckers ran up to 0.1 today. And it's like, but everything is so degenny, and everybody's trying to copy what Stonkbrokers is doing.
100.
Point in case, the one you were just talking about. So it's
not everybody. My Fuegos ran up pretty good yesterday, and they're not trying to copy Stonkbrokers.
No, they're not yet, but there's some activation coming with lighter and all that. But 99% of the stuff is trying to copy
because they're interacting with Robinhood doesn't mean they're trying to. If you're I know you feel good with that PFP on, but everybody's not just trying to jock your swag, brother.
No, what I'm telling you, Kyle, is that every single project that is coming to Robinhood and they're giving the NFTs a wallet is a copy of, is 1,000,000% a copy of what Simple Farmer has done with Stonkbrokers.
Yeah, I think Simple Farmer created an infrastructure that really, and we've talked about this before, solves the liquidity issue of NFTs. A lot of times collections are relatively liquid. You can list the NFT, right? And it could sit there for a month before it actually sells. If you have it listed at a certain price, you just go look at overall volume in the NFT market. It's relatively still very low, but then, Simple Farmer comes in with this kind of new innovative tech around how to build the infrastructure for these tied to the AMM. And, you have the ability to take the NFT if you want to and swap it through the AMM back into token. And then you can just sell the token on the open market, So it's really solved this liquidity issue around NFTs. And just go look at the volume that, the stockbroker ecosystem NFTs have done relative to, some of the other collections that have been around for a while. They're crushing it, So yeah, I mean, it's as a founder, if I'm gonna launch a project and I'm seeing all the success coming out of the stockbroker ecosystem, I'm scratching my head and going, well, maybe I should launch under the same type of model, because this might solve a liquidity issue. But just to that point, those slackers or stackers that I have, they've done over like 100 and something volume in the past 24 hours, 100 plus ETH in volume in 24 hours. So like, that's really good for them as well, because they kind of modeled the same, mechanics as stockbrokers. I mean, look, they did their total volume, 24-hour volume, 300 ETH in volume over the past 24 hours. They did $564,000 in volume. So like that's a big W. So like you got to be paying attention to what works and what sticks and what doesn't stick. And right now, this is sticking. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that more projects are trying to launch under the same model.
Yeah, and we're going to see more though. Do you think we see more innovation besides new projects coming? There's a wallet, and then you stake it and you earn or you activate it. Like I have a feeling, is this going to get played out? Do you think like people get tired of it?
I mean, we'll see. Yeah, probably. I mean, look, at some point, it's going to become saturated, right? There's going to be a lot of projects kind of launching, and like attention can only go so far. There's only so much liquidity to go around. So, I mean, what I think will happen is like all liquidity will lead back to the like stockbrokers, because they were the kind of the first to figure it out, and
especially if they introduce lower entry points. Like the only reason to really play any of this other stuff is because you can't afford a stockbroker. But when they drop interns, and if they drop another lower entry tier, I mean, not to mention just the tokens themselves, but I mean, it's going to be hard to push the same meta as another project that's not the alpha, right?
Yeah, that's another thing that I want to ask Simple Farmer about is this interns thing actually real? Is this going to be a thing that pops off, and what is it going to do to the overall stockbroker ecosystem? Because Kenny, doesn't the other NFT, what is it, Smashers, or what is it? Stackers. Yeah. Doesn't that one have some mechanic where you can you can stack them?
Yeah, so you can like fuse. So you can take two of them, and mind you, these minted for I think like $1 or something like that. They were super cheap, right? Or less than $5 is what they minted for, and the all-time high they ran up to like what, $600 almost, somewhere in that range, just in less than 48 hours. So I mean, parabolic move on those NFTs, but yeah, you can fuse two of them. So they have this other function where you can take two stackers, fuse them together, and one of them gets burned out of the ecosystem, right? And it's forever gone. But then you're getting double the rewards by fusing them. So it creates like a double reward mechanism for that. But also, so like the collection started out at 3,000. And it's down to 2,781. So that means 219 have already been burned. So
it says there's 68 that are burned. So you would have fused. So yeah, it would have been twice that number, right? Which is what the number you've got, right? If you go and look at traits, there's 2,714 that have not been burned and 68 that have been burned, assuming the OpenSea trait counts are right.
Right. Yeah, I think it was 3,000. What I'm seeing is 2,781. I could be. I mean, this is what it's showing on OpenSea Mobile right now. I'm not exactly sure the exact number.
There's a little bit of a difference. The overall count on the collection at the top does say 2,781.
Right.
But the not burned ones say 2,714, and then 68 that have been burned.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, one way or the other, there's a mechanism where you can like fuse them together to get double rewards, and you just burn one of the NFTs. So people are doing that. So the collection's getting deflationary, as well as every time you activate, it has the same model as stockbrokers where you have to burn 50,000 token at the base level. So I think there's been over 200 million token that have been burned as well. So, I mean, yeah, they're just modeling, trying to mimic the stockbroker Launchpad with a slight little twist on a couple little things. But yeah, I think, people will try and iterate on top of this model and create their own little, kind of niche thing in the mechanics of it to try and make it a little bit different. And we'll probably continue to see, projects trying to tweak the original model a little bit to make it stand out a little. But yeah, I mean, look, it's the meta right now. It's only been around for a month, and the main thing is, again, I think it solves the liquidity issue for NFTs. So I think that's why, people are really paying attention to it right now.
Yeah. Well, I guess we will see what guess we'll
You
see.
could make the argument that the 404 contract already solved the liquidity issue itself. It's just like you still have to build out a rewards model
Right.
on top of that to keep things going. I think that's what they've really figured out here is how to, pull fees and actually reward people in something that's not just a Ponzi token, right?
Right.
Something
Yeah. And
that's
they're taking the fees, and instead of like creator keeping fees, they're just putting the fees back towards the community in this airdrop style of tokenized, whether it be stocks or like for example, I'm just claiming USD for my stacker, right? I had the option to choose. I could choose from a bunch of equities or like Pons token or USD. I'm just choosing USD and stacking the money personally. But yeah, that's the difference between the 404 was the 404 solved the liquidity issue in the sense that there was a chart where you could trade in and out of, right? To make it more liquid, but they didn't incentivize you to hold the way stockbrokers does. Because I mean, look at all the rewards stockbrokers have gotten. I mean, it's just, and as well, like with this new project that's launching today, they're going to be getting one of those NFTs as well. Because each stockbroker has its own wallet, and I mean, Simple Farmer just keeps stuffing it with rewards. So it's incentivizing you to activate and to hold, for long term, because you're going to constantly get rewarded by doing that.
Yeah. Well, he did announce that last night. Now you can actually go in there and snipe. And I put a video out. A lot of people, the ecosystem is complicated. People don't understand what the fuck is going on half the time. So lately I've been trying to make more educational content, Kenny. I did put the little Stockbrokers for Dummies video out. So you can go check that out. Send it to your friends that wear a helmet in Web3. So that way they can understand stockbrokers. But then I also put a video out last night that walks you through how to look up a stockbroker on the site. And you can go search these up. And it's really simple. And you can kind of do the math on whether or not I'm gonna look this one up, see if it's still there, number 643. And you can kind of do the math and see if the sniping fee plus the cost of the tokens is really worth it. So right now, this one right here, when you look up number 643, it has a yard keeper NFT on it. So is that a good play? I don't know. You got to kind of do the math and see what works best for you.
Well, yeah, look, I mean, I think if you're planning on buying one, right, and you want to join the ecosystem, you have the potential to buy one with the answer on it, which the floor is 0.85 on it, right? So, I mean, that's almost an ETH in value, and I think those NFTs continue to go back up once the DEX is live. So, I mean, it's just a nice little bonus on top of acquiring the stockbroker. And yeah, what did he drop amongst the wallets? There were quite a few different things that were dropped in there, right?
Yeah, so you had 1,466 of the card NFTs that are coming today. You had 170. I'm probably fucking butchering these quotes, but let me get right to it as well. You ended up having 1,466 brokers now hold a sealed card wall NFT, 19 carry a chain mancer, and 173 carry a yard keeper. So, yeah, and it's very simple to find, very easy to go look up. Kyle, check out the stream. Tell me if you see anything that you like. Go back to the stream there and see what you think.
I mean, I'm watching the stream now. What do you mean?
Do you notice anything?
Hold on, let me go full screen. I mean, I see, let's see. I'm not sure. Alex Jones is live. Hold on. Oh man, I'm missing. I'm missing the frogs turning gay. I don't know. What am I looking at?
No, bro.
Do I need to read?
No,
Is that what you
look above my head. I put the days without Simple Farmer at the top.
I didn't know you meant the overlay.
Yeah, so now
that's pretty good.
Yeah, days without Simple Farmer.
You have a screen behind you that says reality check, or is that a something in a frame?
Right there.
Yeah, is that a screen? Is that a TV?
It's an entire like box, like a lit up box with the frame.
Oh, I thought you had a whole TV. That
No,
put stuff on
I'm probably gonna put a TV, but I think it'll kick back some weird shit. I don't know. But I need to send.
Days Without Simple Farmer is funny.
Yeah, but I actually need to send this over to him. He is actually on his way. So I need to let him know. He said, "Yo, win reality check. We live, bro, every day, 11 o'clock.
Same time.
Same time. No, but I am excited to dive in into a bunch of this stuff that's going on. So yeah, so you have the NFTs that are inside of the vault. You can go check all these things out. There is a video that walks you through how to do that. So yeah, man. I mean, he's creating opportunities, flywheel opportunities for the ecosystem as well, because all these fees right now, the snipe fee is 1.61 ETH. Holy shit. Plus the cost of the actual NFT itself. So yeah, there's bro, some of these some of these have tokens on them as well too. So you go through all of these, there's 54 pages, 1,941 brokers. So you got to go through and do some research. I would imagine somebody's already built a website. I probably haven't even seen it. If somebody has, please drop a post that lets you find what's on these brokers a lot easier. But nobody ever shared that with me in any of my posts. So yeah, so we'll dive into it once Simple Farmer gets in here. And then another thing, Kenny, that is coming today, and we're going to talk with him about it, is the card wall NFT mint. I do like the 99% tax. Like, what do you make of the 99% tax? Like the token work style?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a good idea. Obviously, we've had 3 big launches between Ticker, Yard, Mansers, and Sleuth was the most recent one. All 3 sniped right off the bat. I think this is going to create more of a fair entry for people. It's just what's your risk tolerance? Do you want to try and jump in at 99? Do you want to try and jump in at 80, 60? So it's going to be interesting. We've seen this method work before with TokenWorks in multiple launches. It just really comes down to risk tolerance. Where do you think is a good number to start bidding at, as the timer goes down and the taxes drop by the minute? I know previously with TokenWorks, most people started bidding around the 75% mark. And that meant that the chart needed to 4x from that point, whatever the market cap was, to break even. So yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes, because I think this could kind of solve a little bit of the sniping issue that's been happening recently on the previous few launches. And yeah, I think it's a novel idea. We'll see how it goes. If it's really successful, maybe more projects launching it that adopt the same kind of method of how to launch it.
Is this going to be on the Stonk launcher or on the Anvil site, or where are we looking for
to my knowledge, it's already there. Somebody said it was already on the Anvil, because this is going to be on the Anvil. You're going to have to use it should be on the Anvil. Let me look. I'm looking. It may already be on the Launchpad site. I don't see it here. Let me go on the launcher. Oh wow, look at there. Yeah, so there is a section now. He updated the website. You have under the launcher, when you click on that, you have special projects, card wall launch, and then safe launch. So the card wall launch is right here. Here we go.
Oh, wait, no. So you're on stonkbrokers.io.
I'm on, stonkbrokers.io or
Okay, I see it now.
stonkbrokers.cash.
Yep.
So it is here. It's showing it. It's showing it. Is the coin already live? Kenny, can you look this up?
Current progress says 63.7% of supply sold.
It
Where-
looks like
Where is the
what?
I don't know. Did they just launch another coin without telling everybody?
It's
and we're
already
gonna get
live.
Tweets from the main channels an hour after the launch.
I'm seeing a 72% snipe tax right now, Kenny. On the token.
63.7% is what I've got. Oh, sold. Never mind. That's
Yeah. No,
sold.
there's 72%. The
Yeah, I see
market
that.
cap is 380K. So
27 minutes left.
Yeah, we need Simple Daddy to get all right. So Tusk is saying no, it didn't launch, not live. It says it in the fine print. Where in the fuck is the fine print?
Oh, it does say it. Okay, right here. Coming soon. Launch page preview.
Oh,
This is exactly how the ticker wall launch page will look while the 99-minute window
fuck gotta look up
runs.
top, bro.
frozen at a sample state, minute 27. Trading is not enabled. The launch has not.
You guys, man,
no
y'all-
wall
you know how
exists
many
yet,
people
and
you
every
made
button below is
scramble?
sealed.
You just
Oh,
made so many
man.
Bro,
people
everybody and their
scramble
mama
over
went and
this.
scrambled. But
Everybody was button mashing.
yeah, but here's the thing, and that's what's and when Simple comes in, I'm gonna ask him about it. I mean, yeah, his philosophy with trading and what everyone else is kind of different, and people are used to drops happening. We're all used to shit just going live, and you're aping it. So, but
Now that I'm
all
looking
these
at it closer, the buy button is literally has a lock on it.
But what I-
you can't, yeah, dude.
but and that's the mindset we have as fucking degens in this space. But my point is we've had multiple projects that have launched, and it's seen some bad publicity. So, like, is the way that these projects being launched the right way to do it? Because
I think with this, where there's a
Oh, yeah.
deliberate, tax thing going on the whole way up the curve, I think, when that button goes live, it needs to be at the exact same time that the tweets come out from the main accounts, and everybody gets notified all at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I heard the kind of some of the back channels being read where the issue was that they were trying to get the liquidity locked before the main accounts tweeted, but the token was already getting sniped, and by the time the tweets came out, it was already fucking had already mooned and come back down, and everybody's going, what the hell just happened? So with this, I think this is actually, aside from having NFTs with an allocation, and I won't even say this is better or worse, but I think this is right up there as like a top shelf way to disseminate a token into the ether, as it were.
Yeah. Let me send that over to him. Dillo said that it's in the anvil, but I probably just ran right through it. But oh yeah, there it is right here. The card wall. Price per NFT 500K. So is it saying that it's going to be 500,000 tokens per NFT?
I
Or
gotta
is
come
this,
look at your screen. I don't see it. Where are you at?
Right here, the card wall. This collection has not been verified by the Clutch team. Contract address is unconfirmed. So make sure, don't ape anything until we see something from Simple Daddy that tells us what's what. So, I mean, bro, it is a permissionless platform, so anybody can launch anything.
That's true, but not anybody
Simple
can get them
Daddy.
badges.
No, they can't. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not verified. There is no special project designation. So yeah, I would refrain from fucking with that. But it says nothing is there. This, I haven't seen this. It says coming in 5 days, signal scrambled, ticker, yard, and sleuth are live, card wall revealed, 2 special projects launching soon, notifications on. Stonkbroker safe launch coming soon. 99-minute sniper decay. Anyone can launch. Nobody can rug the LP. So this is going to be like a standard, Kenny. You like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, it clearly solves the sniper issue, right?
Yeah.
Because that was, you know, the sleuth launch last night was, I mean, let's be completely honest, a little messy optics wise. I mean, internally, there was a reason for it, but from the average person looking in on the situation, it was, like you weren't sure if you should bid it or not because there wasn't a official tweet. And the day prior, somebody figured out how to launch a few tokens on the Launchpad. That one token called Stonk, which was a rug. And so people were wary, do we bid this or not? I'm waiting for an official announcement before I do anything. And by the time the announcement came out, the chart was already at 35 mil, right? So I mean, it happened. The thing is, you're trying to figure out a way to solve this from happening again. And I think there's a good step to maybe adapt this type of launch, the bonding launch, because I think it could be very successful.
Yeah.
I wish this is how all memes got launched, to be honest.
Yeah,
It'd be a
would
lot
be.
more fun if there wasn't some, nefarious sniper cat
Right.
with,
Well, no, it would just
30% of the supply just dumping on you for the first 15
it
minutes.
would come down to your risk tolerance and how much conviction you have that you think the project is going to do well. That would determine where you're going to start bidding, as the timer is ticking and the taxes are dropping. Yeah, and we've seen it. It's a proven method that worked on
Token works. Yeah.
Now, depending on the token, sometimes you got burned if the token didn't do as well as you thought it was going to. But I think it's a pretty good strategy to take and see how it goes. You can always tweak it.
Yeah. It says mint a fresh fixed supply token or bring your own ERC20. Pick 1 to 2 bond legs, ETH, stockbroker, or a listed stock token. 2, load equals arms. Sending the supply into the machine is the trigger. The 99-minute clock starts. Tax opens at 99%. The decay, the tax falls 1% every minute. Snipers pay 99%. Patient buyers pay 1%. What was that? EOA only buys, no sells inside the window. Wow. So you can't even cheat during the window.
No, I think you have to wait till the timer. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's different because you could sell on TokenWorks, right?
Let me ask you this.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Is there a potential drawback here in that the tokens won't launch with the insane amount of volume that you typically see on anticipated launches?
Not until
it'll pick up volume as you'll start to see it because you can watch the chart and you'll start to see when the liquidity starts flowing in. All right, everybody's starting to bid here at 75%, and you can gauge it that way. But I think as it gets down into the 20s and lower is where you're really going to start to see the volume pick up. But again, it's just creating a more fair opportunity for people to buy based on their risk tolerance.
Absolutely. But also, if you can't sell till after the clock runs out, I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I still love this.
I like it because it takes away the scammy motherfuckers from the coins. Like, only legit projects or people with good intentions will try and buy here. So now, yeah, what's stopping somebody from coming in and buying it during the 70, 60%, 50% window? What's stopping them from coming in with 25 wallets and buying it up? Like, not a thing. And then
is there an amount that you can, is there a maximum amount you can buy?
No, you buy as much as you want.
Okay. You're just saying to make it look like it's not all in one wallet.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So people are still going to figure out ways to game the system. But I do like it because it prevents the devs from Pump Fund coming over that have launched 27,000 tokens. And it brings more value, I think, long-term to the ecosystem. Number 4, bond and lock, 1 million market cap or the bell. The raise splits into your legs, pulls locked forever in the safety deposit box. Leftover supply burns. I sent Simple the links and everything, so we'll see. He can come in here. So open a safe launch, shows you everything here. You have to upload all your own socials and artwork. everything there. The bond point is 1 mil. So I don't know if there's that volume, Kenny, or it's not a 1 mil market cap, right? I guess so. The starting market cap is 50K. And the graduation point is a 1 mil market cap.
Okay.
So raise at graduation, 92 ETH. So I mean, you're gonna have a plan. You're gonna have some motion. You're gonna have, you're gonna have some shit behind you to, a good narrative here. And I wonder if Clock In's gonna come in this way. What's up?
Real quick, I just pinned it to the top. Sleuth Intel 4 minutes ago just said we'll host an AMA/X space in less than 30 minutes. So maybe around 12:15 or something. Addressing all the topics and questions post TG. The spaces will be recorded in case y'all want to listen to it later. Here's the link. So anyway, I just pinned that to the top if anybody wanted to hear a little bit more about Sleuth Intel and maybe wrap their head around whatever went on or whatever last night.
Yeah.
With that.
Well, yeah, and Cheese, to address your point, I don't think Clock In will use this because this is launching through the Anvil AMM, right? Because there are NFTs tied to it. So I don't know if this rule is going to apply to just like straight meme coins,
Well, I mean, this one isn't tied to.
Yeah, Cardwall is tied to NFTs.
Oh yeah, it is. But you can mint a fresh token. So I don't know.
Well, we'll have to ask Simple Daddy as
Simple Daddy, yeah. But
Simple Daddy?
Bro, you got the other space coming. You know he's going to be on that. I think we're going to hit by the time Monday comes back around. We're looking at possibly 5 to 6 days where he's MIA on us. And this day may be wrong. I need to go back and see when the last space was that he was actually in here. I just something's got me thinking 3. It was the day after the Clock In space. So, but anyways, what else did we not cover that is going on? We kind of ran over the whole Cardwall thing. Another thing. This goes out to all the creators in here. The very first pin post at the top is a little pudgy NFT giveaway. Okay. You do not have to have a genuine undead. Anyone can participate in this giveaway. The post is pinned up at the top. The rules are very simple. You have to follow Genuine Undead, create original content around Genuine Undead or the Undead's collection. Get creative, gifts, memes, articles, threads, short form videos, long form, and more. Your post must include #GU. You must tag the Genuine Undead account in your post, and any stolen or copied content will get your ass disqualified. So please get creative.
By me.
No, there you go.
I don't care.
Yeah. So now you just that was a clippable moment. But now I gotta scrub the back end of it.
That's right. You edit me all your clips anyway.
Yeah, I do, because usually it's like dicks flying around. That's what it is. But either way, get your content made, people. Just get on the timeline. And I mean, bro, it's a dope ass pudgy or a dope ass little pudgy. And I mean, what's the floor price of these things? Like a half an ETH, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, a little pudgy.
Pudgy's a little less than 0.4 right now. Probably.
Okay, well, that's still it's still $900. So yeah,
right. Shout out to the GU community and Hans. Like, I mean, they gave away so much shit yesterday in that space.
Yeah,
and it was really awesome hearing just like some of the OGs who've been in that community for 4 years coming up and just talking about it. But man, they gave away a shitload of stuff. There were hundreds of people in that space. They did a really good job, and just appreciation to GU. That community is fucking awesome.
It was a fun space.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. I was drinking.
I was wasted.
I started making Tito's and Sprites in the middle of the day.
Who is this? Savs just put this in, said this was a screenshot from Simple Farmer. This will launch via new anti-snipe bonding curve tool I am launching today that allows teams to deposit clean ERC20s into a time decay pool where the tax decreases by 1% every minute in the token bonds when 99 minutes pass. or a market cap of $1 million is hit. So there's the clarity there, Kenny. So it's whichever goes
So you
first.
can start selling if the market cap hits 1 mil.
Yeah, the token
before the
bonds
timer
at
runs out?
a mil or after the clock runs out after an hour and 30 minutes. So
Okay, but like the sell side of it, you can sell if it hits a mil, or do you have to wait the full?
well, yeah,
90,
because then it
90?
bonds, and then it goes live.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it has to bond, and then you can start selling.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool,
Whenever
cool.
it bonds, so that's either the 99 minutes or that's a 1 mil market cap. So we'll just have to keep an eye on when this actually is going to go live. But I would imagine soon, because we're going to see the card one launch. And it looks like some other examples down here at the bottom of this as well. So yeah, I mean, this is a great example, because I mean, the yeah, it's showing the tax higher now. See, all that shit keeps changing, got me all confused and discombobulated. All right, some other news inside of Web3. The Doodles toy store thing goes live today, Kenny. The factory, no, is it today or the 19th? Shit, I thought it was today. God damn it. This is where you're going to be able to literally turn anything into a doodle toy. Like, I am pumped about this, bro, because there's a few things that I want to get.
I'm not familiar. Can you explain what's going on here?
Yeah.
Introducing you want me to pin this whole thing to the top?
What's that? The doodles?
Oh, never mind. It's just a tweet about it.
What do you want to go through the tweet? Do you want to read it? What do you?
It's just a graphic. I thought their pinned tweet is introducing the Doodles Toy Factory. Transform any image or idea into a custom toy. Coming soon.
Yeah.
And then they've got this cool graphic. I'll just pin this thing to the top. You guys can look at the cool little.
Yeah, and they got a lot of cool
graphic.
videos. I'm sharing one right now, but essentially, Kenny, like, you can take your creep and take a picture of it, or like create one with AI, and it'll doodlefy it. Like, I might doodlefy my bear and my and a couple of my stonkbrokers here. So,
well, I mean, you could even do things.
I can
theoretically,
doodlefy
you
my
could
cat.
do things that aren't even NFTs. Yeah, you could do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my cat, my daughter. Like, we can doodle I'm gonna doodle everything in my house. Make a little bitty playhouse with it.
I mean, you could send a picture of yourself and have them doodlefy you and have a little doodle you.
Yeah, doodle you.
Damn.
Yeah, can I have a doodle you holding the cheese up like this, Kyle? Look, like
I'm not coming back.
I want like a doodle cheese. I think I already have one with the cheese squeegee. But yeah, so really, really cool shit. I guess it's opening on 19th. I could have sworn that fucking thing said that it was dropping today. But
Doodles are cool. And by the way,
I
they're the
love
exact same price as a little pudgy right now.
Really?
Yeah, little pudgies and doodles both in the 0.38 range.
I wonder
I have a little pudgy. Man, I'd love to have a doodle.
I wonder how long the order time is on this. Like, where are they getting this shit made at? Is this going to be made in the USA? We need to get dude lifts in here and figure this out.
Unless they're going to build them out of cheeseburgers. I don't know. Probably not, brother.
Oh my God. But yeah, so that's definitely coming. Kenny, yesterday X rolled out under the hood. You can now go download your data, thinking whether your post or account may have had reach issues, whether you had spam tags or you had some type of an issue and you thought your reach was being affected by it, you can now actually go in and see a report and what is actually going on. And I did yesterday. I took the report. It's a JSON file. And then I put it into Claude and I asked Claude, find, what flags I had.
You found out you're not shadow banned? You just
No,
suck?
I had 3 spam filter flags. And then I took that report from Claude into Grok, and Grok said, this is a definite indicator. I said, Grok won't tell you if you're shadow banned, but it'll tell you every other word around it. So you may not be shadow banned, but what will happen if you get those spam triggers on you, they will not show you to anyone outside of your circle. All it does is it gives you, and that's what Grok tells you. All it does is it shows your content to the people that follow you, What is Simple
Now, when you
Farmer
say there
saying?
was 3 spam filters, did it specify the types of spam? Why 3? Or flags, rather. My bad.
Simple Farmer saying, I don't see you on the stream. Click on this box, bro.
You sent him the wrong link.
No, I'm sending him. Oh, no, here he is. Look at this. Oh, he's got his shirt off. Let's go.
Well, now.
Simple Daddy coming in hot.
Don't see you
Hold on. We got to change this up here.
Wow, the content we've always been
yeah,
asking for
bro,
this
you
from
got to
the
come in
beginning.
space. Here we go. Look, nitpicks for days. What's up, bro? GM.
Hey, what's up, bro? It's hot. I'm in Europe. They don't have AC units, and it's hot.
God
Well,
almighty.
the good thing is we can reset the Simple Farmer checker because
I know.
Implemented a Simple Farmer. How many days we've done without talking about Simple
Yeah,
Farmer?
look at the top of the stream, Simple Farmer, and you'll see it above your head. And it says days without Simple Farmer. And it's marked at 3. So, yeah, we had to fuck with you a little bit. But yeah, what's happening?
Do we all get our tits out right now or no?
Bro, I mean, hey. No.
Shirts versus skins.
Shit getting a little freaky on reality check today. Yeah. What's happening, man? It's been a minute since we spoke. A lot has launched. Up, Sleuth. What else has launched? Yard Keepers have launched. Like it's been a wild ride in the ecosystem.
Yeah, I think the Yard Keeper founder told me he's going to reveal today, like very soon. So that's cool. And obviously, Stonkfather is going hard on platform about to be live. He's actually started going to be giving out invite codes very soon for people to start early access trading on Mancer. So that's going to be dope.
And I think something to keep in mind with like all the special projects is that it's like vetted teams, but they need time to get to the level they want to be. They want to come out at a high level, right? We've set a high standard for all of Stonkbroker and the ecosystem, and so they're just preparing. So the classic, hey, everything's going to be ready in 2-3 days is not something you can expect with a lot of special projects launches. Now, look, like Up, for example, obviously was a product that already existed on Robinhood Chain before, so it's a different story. But I would just recommend everybody have patience with those founders and just look into them, look into their background, look into their docs really well, ask them questions, not like when, but like, how will this all work? Like, I think that's a much better, healthier set of questions for everything.
Yeah. One of the biggest complaints I've seen, and I know you've seen it. There was, frustrations everywhere. Like the mindset of people when we see new products launched or we see like launches happen, it's always been this, like just this one way. Like this is how it launches. You go and pump fund, boom, you can launch pretty much on any of these launch pads that are happening. But like, I guess it's kind of like whether it's a mix of comms, where should people be looking? Because like we seen like the one that launched last night, it looked like it had been out for a while, but we couldn't get verification on whether that was real. So how can we, I guess, improve those things to where the community knows that they're buying the real thing or they're getting in? Everybody obviously wants to be in early because they want to make profits. So, but I know for you, it's more than just making the profits on the chart.
Right. Yeah. This is about developing infrastructure. And actually in DeFi Summer, things were very similar. It would be like white paper drop. And actually some teams didn't drop their protocol for like a year. Think about that. And then they would drop it and it wouldn't work because gas would be too expensive to make anything like normally work. Even on Arbitrum 1, gas was like $30, $40 per transaction at that time before the ETH upgrade. So the thing is, I'm not going to add a token to the website, for example, for like that verification moment until I've seen they've locked liquidity, because that's just like the correct way to go about things. I know everyone wants to get in early, but if you look at every single launch right now, you're better off not buying in the first hour than you are later. So think about it that way, right? So far, at least, you don't ever know. The next one could be way different, but I think these are not meme coins that you're going to snipe early and chase that. People are going to do that regardless because all eyes are on Stonkbroker launches right now. It's immense, and these teams aren't doing anything wrong. Like they're seeding LP in a very healthy way. They're locking their liquidity. They're playing things by the book, but there's so much speculative interest at launch that you get these crazy god candles to start. Now, maybe that says that the teams are pricing their own market caps wrong. and then the market is repricing those market caps, and then you see that dynamic change that happens in a short period of time. Perhaps that's the case, but I think in general, it's like you have to look at the protocols, how they function. Take your time with these things. Don't rush into it. None of it. Even stockbrokers, don't rush into it. Learn about it first. See if you resonate with the thesis. Like I said, it's stockbrokers itself is an experiment, and these are all experiments that are branching off of the main experiment. So everything has to be taken with a grain of salt. So be careful. Don't rush, and like I said, read. Just read, man.
Yeah, Simple Farmer, to your point, when you said all eyes on stockbroker, when we were watching the ticker yard, waiting for the contract address to drop, on GMGN alone, there were over 2,500 watching on that token as we were getting closer to the TGE of the token. And that's just one platform, right? You have Axiom, you have all these other platforms. So, I mean, there were thousands and thousands of people watching, waiting for that. And to your point, I think it is the degen meme coin mentality. We've been conditioned over the past few years, and things like meme coins have been what most people have been trading. So this mentality of trying to get in as early as possible, and people wanting to snipe as soon as the contract comes out. That's just the trading mentality right now. But to your point, these are all projects that are working hand in hand with stockbrokers, and you're building an ecosystem, right? So like the value isn't even there yet. Like, for example, Chainmancer's doing really well considering there's not a working product out yet, holding a 5 mil market cap. Like, that to me just shows a vote of confidence in the ecosystem. And I think people will realize it when everything is working hand in hand in tandem with one another. And I think that's when you're going to see the real value of it.
Right. And look, my communication with these teams, and I'll let you guys know, is like around launch day. It's like, hey, how are you doing your liquidity? Let's make sure everything gets locked up tight. After that, it's very hands off. Like, I might check in. Like, I checked in with Mike, like, hey, how's the platform going? Do you need me to test anything for you? It's not like very close detail. So it's very much letting them cook, for example. And so you have to respect that part of the process. And of course, like, I see these launches and I see what people like and dislike. And then I'm trying to make steps to improve things. So that's why today you have an anti-snipe mechanism with this launch that's going to have a 90-minute tax period pre-bond for the token to start trading. That token, that pre-bond period, that token, I don't think people will be able to actually see it on the big trading apps because it's a brand new contract and they haven't integrated it yet. But essentially, it's going to look, I think, very different than the previous launches for Cardwall, for example. And, Stratton Oakmont might do a different thing as well. So don't think that there's like one playbook for every single one of these special projects coming out of Clutch.
So right now, how many different ways can someone launch? They can do the Anvil AMM. Now you have the Stonkbroker Safe launch, which I don't think was part of the plan originally, right?
Yeah, I mean, so this is an upgraded feature. This is where we have that pre-bonding market. And so this is not something that's going to be available for public use today, but I just wanted to open it already on the UI so people can start reading it and understanding how these processes work.
Yeah, I mean, because like even just what I'm talking about, the mentality of us traders, us people in Web3, when I went to the site, I seen all this stuff, the new features under launcher, and this is on stonkbrokers.cash. Everybody can find this. And I went to special projects and then totally skipped past the part of like, this is not live. And this was just an example and was like, whoa, what the fuck? The coin's live. What are we doing? And I had Tusk in
We were frantic.
Yeah, Tusk was in YouTube. He's like, bro, it's not live. Look at the top. This is just an example, but that's the mentality that people, they rush to and they see it. But I mean, I do like the upgrades and I do like what you're doing here.
Yeah, thank you. Just learning from things and improving every day. That's the best we can do.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's all you can do. I mean, because I'm sure in your mind you weren't. I think you've exceeded all expectations, probably your own expectations of how well Stonkbrokers has gone. What, one month in, just under 1 month. The validity of this project has been so like aggressive and just like, it's been so viral. You're literally making like a world tour on every space right now. Everybody wants to talk to you and understand the ecosystem. Did you expect it to do this well so quickly?
I mean, I think that the infrastructure was built so that it could do well. What is done better than I expected is just the level of distribution and mindshare that has been gained in a short period of time. But I think that's also a product of how the infrastructure was built. It's like, you build a good engine and it's a fast car and you hit the gas. You're a little surprised, like, damn, this is fast. But it was built to perform that way.
Also, I think there's I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of people who have been thirsty for something to like really actually believe in, right? Because I mean, we all like believe in some dumb shit from time to time, but something to really believe in, something that's actually got a sound foundation and tech behind it that like has the stamp of like potential longevity. So it's just, I don't know, man, it's really easy for people to rally behind. So I think that's helped push it a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks. And I think we get to the point where we start looking at special projects. Eventually, that process becomes decentralized too. That selection of those projects. What I talked to Anselm Banks yesterday. And what I told him was it'd be cool if this is like a decentralized, permissionless, long-term machine, and that every cycle you get like 3 or 4 blue chip. Maybe there's like 100 special projects, and 5 of them become like NFT or token blue chips in the whole space. Like that would be a dub. So look at every special project, see which ones fit what you like in your ethos. Maybe don't try to chase everything. Go with what you like, and everything is like not financial advice. So remember, these are all independent teams. So I vet them, I talk to them, but I'm not their slave master.
You're not
right?
there pushing the buttons.
Yeah, I'm not their dad. So, but these are people that I know aren't going to quit in a week. 100%.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you do have the name Father. So
yeah, you do have the name. No, Farmer, but I call him Simple Daddy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive into a few things real quick because I don't know how much time you have. Last night you did announce the Stonkbrokers internal wallet has now some things inside of the vault. 1466 brokers have the car wall NFT, 19 have a chain mancer, and 173 have a yard keeper. Like, what made you do that to drive more value back to the vault?
Yeah, I mean, so it just made sense for me for the value that we're providing too as an incubator, that there are mechanisms that increase our volume and increase the game theory within the stockbrokers ecosystem. So I pitched this essentially to these 3 founders, and they all said they thought it was cool. Both Yard, Cardwall, and Manser founders. And so then I executed it. And I think it gives us just like another dynamic layer that not only boosts revenue, it boosts volume, and it just makes the whole process a little more interesting. Because now watching the floor on the special projects collections becomes really interesting with the dynamics between how stockbrokers trade as well. And the whole thing, I think, is just rewarding and fun. And it's also a good use of the technology in that it's an NFT holding an NFT. This is a very unique mint, right? You look at Cardwall, 33% of the tokens are not in circulation. They're in wallets that nobody holds.
Yeah.
And those wallets you have to access through this custom way. Like, I don't know actually what is going to happen, but it'll be interesting.
Well, and that's all the time to do. So that's another question. So when the Cardwall launches, is that going to be funded like 50% Cardwall and or like the rest of them going in? Because there's like 3,000 NFTs left, a little bit less because some are already sitting in these stockbroker wallets. Like, how does the LP work there? Like, what's going to be the available supply? The whole 3,000, or is it less than that? You see what I'm saying?
Well, a portion of the supply is in the NFT, just like with stockbrokers and all the other Anvil AMM collections. So yeah, 33% is essentially inaccessible to people unless they pick up a stockbroker that has that in their wallet. So
okay.
It's a lot of smart contracts working together. We'll see.
I mean, it's good supply control. But what I'm asking is, when they end up having to seed the liquidity pool for the token, is that going to be 50% stockbroker, 50% of the remaining supply that's not in the vault? Or am I thinking about this backwards? Oh, I can't hear you. Unmute on the space symbol.
Sorry. 33% of the Cardwall NFTs are already in broker wallets.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I have a question, Simple Farmer. In a perfect world, are all stockbrokers activated in your mind?
Well, obviously they can't be. I think 815 are locked in the Anvil AMM forever.
Right.
But outside of those, yeah, I mean, that's just larger numbers in the marketing force. And, I think a marketing force of 3,000 people, some of the top corporations in the whole world don't have that many people marketing.
Yeah. And that's a zero NFT floor. Like they're just not even listed.
By the way, we had heard about interns or something, some sort of a you know, like maybe a half cost entry into the stockbroker ecosystem that still affords you an NFT, maybe some of the benefits at a reduced rate. I mean, at a certain point, do you look to, I mean, if for no other reason than just to grow that marketing machine, expand your holder base, you know, I mean, what are your thoughts on all of that?
Yeah, that's exactly the point. It's increasing distribution levels without fractionalizing or diluting value. Without diluting value. So you fractionalize the revenue share optionally by the main brokers, so they can birth these interns, and that essentially expands our entire marketing force. But at the same time, we're actually not diluting the value of anything. We're just increasing the fungibility of the stockbroker NFT with that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. How many? I mean, I guess, you know, time will tell, but you know, how many layers? How fractionalized do you want to allow that to get? Because I mean, even at the half cost of a stockbroker right now, I'm still priced out. You know, so like I mean, is there like interns for the interns? Interns, you know what I mean?
It'd be a real Russian doll situation, right? No, I think like I probably, and this is not something that I've started working on yet, by the way. So just some ideas. I've had some ideas of art come through for it. That's it so far. But I probably, off the top of my head, wouldn't allow a broker to fractionalize more than like 10%. And so then they could maybe create two interns that are both at like 5%, essentially.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you would keep your main, see, that's the thing. And then, but if you sell, I guess your main stockbroker would end up losing a fraction of its value, but I don't know, man. That's confusing as fuck.
Yeah, it would require clock in 3.0 essentially.
Yeah.
The distribution mechanism would need to evolve, but that's the good part, because my functionalities aren't built all through one smart contract. They're built through multiple smart contracts. So it's like pieces of an engine. And so we can take one piece out and put a better piece in, essentially, if we want to operate a piece of the tech.
It'd be really cool if this did come to fruition and you opened up a you know, a trait like marketplace where we could actually go build our interns themselves. And you use stockbroker token to burn and get, you know, rare traits, get rare things. That would be pretty dope.
Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you for the suggestion. I will write that down in my
that'd be like, you know, maybe we need a piece of cheese on the head of the intern, and then we can roll that way.
Oh Lord,
you know, and get a cheese broker. But yeah, no, that's Kyle. Does that satisfy your question? Because I mean, we've been wondering that since we heard it in one of the other spaces.
Yeah. No, that's a great answer, and you know, I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah, because it does open things up. All right, so we hit on that. One of the other things, do we know a time yet of when the card wall is going to do this? Is it going to be like fucking 10 o'clock tonight, or are we thinking this is going to be a good mid-Friday launch?
Yeah, you've been really cooking some of my European brethrens.
I know. Some of them have been staying up.
I know it's not you. I just mean some of these launches.
Yeah, I'm in the European time zone as well. I just do it, you know, once dinner's passed, family's asleep, and so that's when I'm trying to put in those extra overtime hours. So it's not intentional. I'm not like trying to mess with people's time zones. It's just when I'm able to.
Yeah, it was weird because like one of the times I spoke to you, you said, yeah, I'm you know, we're heading to Disney or somewhere like that, or we're heading down to Florida. And then the next minute I speak to you and you're like, hey, I'm sorry I missed the space. We had to go eat dinner. And I'm like, it's fucking 11 o'clock in the morning. What is he talking about? Eat dinner. So now it makes sense. So
I'm fairly convinced Simple Farmer just doesn't sleep very much.
Yeah,
I'm guessing maybe 2 to 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
No, I get like 6.
6 is all you need, bro.
Yeah,
that is like it.
6.
Yeah.
Look, once the Launchpad is out and once we have this process streamlined, it like obviously I'll get more sleep at that point. But I'm just trying to still set that up and really capture the distribution value that we have right now.
Yeah. All right. So do you have any indications though about when this could end up launching?
Yeah. So the target for this launch is within the next 6 hours.
Okay. All right. And then I guess the Cardwall account, I mean, it's new. It's got 3,800 followers, way more than that. Will they give us a post, do you think, ahead of time to show us how many tokens we need? You know, that way people have an idea ahead of time.
Yeah, there's going to be essentially a white paper, I think, that he's going to post. And then all the data as well will be on the website. So The first place you'll probably see it, probably because there's like a little discrepancy between when he makes the post and when trading goes live, is on the stockbroker's website, right where you were at, Jesus, where you were at that special projects subsection.
Okay. Another question, because somebody said they heard you in Spaces, and then obviously you corrected me this morning that this is using Collector Crypt's inventory. Is this like a few massive whales that have huge inventory, or are you guys actually using the whole Collector Crypt inventory?
So initially, some of the cards will essentially be bridged from Solana to make that functional. But long-term, Collector Crypt is deploying a distribution channel that I've been given access to essentially, and then that's being licensed to the card wall team. And the reason for that is because I worked with Collector Crypt in the past in one of their developments that they did on Ape Chain called Slab Cash that did like over $1 million in volume in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks. And so they were really happy with those results. So I was able to maintain that relationship long term.
Yeah, because we had, well, I mean, the Collector Crypt logo was on the Clutch Markets roadmap. So, and I remember bringing that up to you a long time ago, and you were like, no, I got something else cooking. And then we seen the stock certificates that you could go in with the gotcha and was it the VRGN stuff. So yeah, I think this could be really cool.
So Simple Farmer, it feels like, obviously a lot of momentum, blitz in the market. There's been, a handful of projects launching, in particular this week alone. Ticker Yard, we had Sleuth, you got Cardwall coming up. Is this the pace at which you're planning on shipping out, like week over week, or do you think there will be like because it seems like there's a lot happening and the momentum is just getting bigger and bigger. Do you think that this is the pace at which you'll see launches happening on the Stonk Launchpad?
Yeah, I mean, with the Stonk launcher, there could be 10,000 tokens on day one. I don't know. I think once the Stonk launcher goes live, that will essentially cook and run, and I'll monitor it. And in the meantime, a lot of special projects opportunities may come from like teams who are on ETH mainnet who want to do something on Robinhood Chain, for example. You may have seen some teasers of that on the timeline. And some things, there might be like a 2-week gap between another special project if it's something that's bigger and requires more detailed assistance on the build side. So it's not necessarily. What I'm trying to push out is a lot of infrastructure pieces that I need to make my ecosystem hum.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I mean, I think that's the main takeaway from everything is like these are all moving parts of the machine, right? And the machine's not fully put together yet, but once the machine's put together, it's going to hum, right? In a really good way. And I think to your point, kind of piecing it all together. So like the end result, we haven't even come close to seeing the end result of when everything's working in tandem side by side. And that's what I'm really excited about. I can't wait to get to that point. I think it's going to be fucking awesome. So
we have a preview, right? So the preview is that special projects that have launched and the Stonkbroker token and the UP collaboration, right? So that's when you see the efficacy of the Stonkbroker's distribution method with a live product. And UP essentially during a 24-hour period flipped Meteora and Radium for 24
saw that yesterday.
Yeah, that's wild, right?
That's before this. That's before our launch pad, where there can be like 10,000 meme coins can come out in a day. So you can figure kind of and do the math with what happens with all the infrastructure pieces when we start sending the fuel their way.
Hey, yeah, I mean, look, every time y'all launch something, like we've obviously our eyes have been peeled on this project, but like for example, when Sleuth dropped and then when Ticker Yard dropped, like the spikes on this Stonkbroker and up charts are just insane. But that's because of the liquidity layer of it. But yeah, to your point, I mean, imagine what it's like when there's tens, hundreds of tokens launching a day. I think it's going to go pretty parabolic, personally.
Yeah, I had a question, Simple Father. The Launchpad itself, for like even just these general safe launches or any kind of launch, is there going to be a fee? Because I know through the Anvil AMM there is I think a 1 ETH fee, right, to launch there.
Yes and no. For like the meme coins, the fee will be minuscule, like $1 or $2.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't. That's what I was wondering, because we had heard somebody had said there was like a half ETH fee, and then we've heard everything all the way up to 1 ETH. And So we just didn't know exactly what was what. And then would that prevent, if there was a big fee, you know, that would obviously prevent, you know, people from coming on the Launchpad. And I mean, essentially that's not what you want, because if everything's flowing through up and all the other mechanics of the flywheel, then it's going to, you know, hinder growth.
Right. So I have a question real quick. So Simple Farmer, as far as like, okay, so a meme launches on Stonkbroker. They just launched regular, like as far as like the LPs that have Stonkbroker, those are just the special projects that have Stonkbroker tied to the LPs. Am I correct on that, or is it all that launch on the Launchpad?
Well, they have the option to. The ones that launch on the launcher will have the option to. Yeah, the ones that are special projects are required to.
Perfect. All right. Thank you for the clarity.
On this safe launch, when it says bring your own ERC20, can you break that down rather than just minting a fresh token? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, some people have an ERC20 that might have some functionalities that they need that operate within their core smart contracts. Yeah, for example, an Anvil token, right? They have the NFT collection. They drop the NFT collection into the Anvil and they get their tokens out. So then they're essentially bringing their own ERC20 to bootstrap the safe launch process.
Okay. All right, cool. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. Every time you announce something new, it's just like, I don't know, it gets my head spinning. I have to go back, keep listening back to it. I have to
you gotta go and have Claude build you a coloring book rendition of all the instructions.
I have fucking Claude. I have ChatGPT. Everybody breaks it down in the simplest terms. But yeah, well, bro, if you're not doing that fucking research, you're gonna be on Spaces looking like an idiot. You're gonna be missing all the trades. And if you're not doing the homework, or you're gonna be the guy laughing on stream right now because he didn't want to burn his pub cups and get stockbrokers. So, I mean, you got to put in the work if you want to see the profits. That's all I'm saying.
Real quick, I just want to say, Simple Farmer, one thing I've noticed is you've done a really good job, in fielding questions. Obviously, we just rapid fired a bunch of questions at you, and you've answered everyone simply. But like, you do a really good job of, because it seems from an outsider looking into like a novice person, it may seem a little intricate or overcomplicated understanding the ecosystem, but I think you always do a really good job of explaining it in relatively layman's terms of just how to understand the project. And it may seem complicated, but once you grasp the concept, it's not quite as complicated. So kudos to you for always doing a good job of explaining it.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, because I know it's complex, and maybe a couple of minutes of talking can explain some things to people. But also, maybe some people don't get it all until they use it, right? And I think the card wall thing is going to be cool. It's one that I think a lot of people are going to resonate with. And the cool thing is like, it's Point is his name, Point _1 is the username essentially of the founder, and he's in cards, right? But he's not in just cards retail. He's selling cards too, but he's an active participant in like community events that are like tournaments for trading card people, and people like pay to join those tournaments. People, he gets sponsored. Like he got sponsored by Bonk Fun for like one of his tournaments. So he's really in deep in the card ecosystem, and also not just on the retail side, but on the activation side for these collectors who actually have all these cards, and then they're trading them and interacting with each other in real life. So I think it's a really special component to this launch.
Can you give us any like sneak peek of what the card wall actually is? Like, are we going to be doing just like gotcha, like Beezy and all these things, or is this something completely different?
Yeah, so there will be the gotcha and there will be the marketplace, and essentially it's similar to stockbrokers. The people holding the NFT are like the marketing force for that whole process, right? And that's obviously something that has a lot of upside and potential revenue. 33% of that revenue has been allocated to a marketing fund, and that gets distributed to the NFT holders who are marketing the product.
Nice. Yeah, that's I mean, what do you say to the people that don't like, Kenny, you had that kind of impression off the clock in thing, which I know that there's still a lot of things working with waste, with getting that launched. But like, what do you say to people, Simple Farmer, that it's like, oh, everything's just designed to reward only stockbroker holders? What about the other assets within the ecosystem? It seems like everything's just geared towards stockbroker rewards.
I mean, I disagree with that. All of the projects are paired by utility. So upside and volume on every single token that comes through is reflected on all of the special projects that are paired. And also these infrastructure layers work together, right? Like the token launcher doing well and up having a lot of trading volume, and a lot of those people wanting to trade on those meme tokens and maybe DCA on them directly correlates to Mansor's success and use case. And then people bridging to Robinhood Chain and or maybe doing stealth swaps, because Yard is also going to support stealth bridging too, may use that to leave the chain or come onto the chain essentially if they want to trade in that way. So they're really all operational systems that complement each other, and hopefully that core user base is one that flows between all of the protocols.
Yeah. For me, like even early on, I was telling Kenny, I was like, up seems to me, and I'm not trying to discount like Manser or any of the other brands that have come on, but up seems like the beta play to Stonkbrokers to me, because it's everything kind of runs through it. And if there's a lot of volume on these meme coins, and we have some big runners, there's just, there's such a big opportunity there with up.
I mean, yeah, there's a 4% float, right? I think it's 4% circulating supply. So, I mean, yeah, any buy pressure, things go well, it could gigasend, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, obviously. My other question, real quick, simple for me, is Mantra going to be integrated into Up, or how's that going to work when the DEX goes live?
Look, I mean, I can connect the teams, and I think it makes sense. For example, if Mansor's swap and DCA function is really good for Up to integrate it. For example, Up has been cool, and they are integrated the Stonkbroker's liquidity locker feature already there.
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome. But yeah, I was just curious how if they would like partner together. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Michael. I mean, I've seen some of the images he's been putting out of the decks, but I know that Mantra holders like myself will hopefully have early access to be able to test it out and give feedback. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, the Dex does look pretty good. What can we expect over the weekend, man? I know you say go touch some grass sometimes, but like, are we going to see some surprises? Because you said 72 hours, I think. So it looks like things will be launching all through the weekend based on, oh no, now it says launching soon. You took the hours thing off of there. So like, what are we looking at here? Can people take a few days here and come back on Monday, or what's the game plan?
For sure. Take a few days and then do a little bag work.
All right. Well, you say that shit, and then at 10 o'clock tonight, we get hit with a surprise. So, hey, what was your takeaway, and what all did you learn? I've seen some of the stuff in some of the chats, and that in those early tokens that had launched when you were doing some testing.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was a little devil in disguise. My biggest concern has actually been around the meme coin and token launcher, how we're going to handle a lot of people coming in trying to scam people, and how am I going to flag that? How am I going to protect users from that process? And essentially that happening has given me like a lot of confidence for go live. So I actually think it was a net win.
Yeah, because it seemed like a lot of money in fees, because the way you guys are doing these now, even with the 99% decayed tax, does the bend liquidity work the same way there as well, or how does that work if it's dripped in slowly by people buying?
Yeah, I think, for example, I don't know. Can you repeat that last question? I was actually reading something.
All right, so you had the one launch that you did that day. That's what the fuck I do on Kenny and them all the time, bro. I just got cheese.
My god, the number of times this guy's done this to me. Oh my god.
No, so like the way that you described it was that the liquidity was set in multiple bins. So if somebody was trying to snipe it a large amount, they got hit with a high slippage, and then therefore you guys were able to collect higher fees from that. Is that going to be the same kind of way that the 99% liquidity pools are set up, or is that different? Does it just roll in together?
Yeah, and actually with the anti-snipe feature, especially if people are trading on that anti-snipe period, it's actually going to be even more revenue because of the tax.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. I've never been cheesed that hard, but I just got smacked all in the face with it. Well, are you going to go to this, Kyle? Wasn't there another space that was supposed to be starting with? Who was that?
What was it? What did I even?
You said it
I
was
don't remember
Sleuth.
which one it
Sleuth.
was.
Oh,
The
Sleuth.
Yeah,
Sleuth.
it'll be the Sleuth, and yeah, they. Let's see.
Are they live right now? I know.
It said it was starting at noon. It says August 14th at 12 p.m. It's 12:27 though, and they don't appear to be going. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, there's 2 Sleuth accounts, right?
I'm just looking at their own space that I put a notey on for. I mean, this is the account that tweeted it, and that
No, so
set up
so the Sleuth. So you have one that is Sleuth IO. That's the
and then there's the automated one.
Yeah, that's the Pepe image, the Arbitrum one, and then there's Sleuth Intel. And Sleuth Intel is the one that is actually live right now. So 1 hour ago they put out an article for the post TGE breakdown. There's currently 9 people in the space, so we'll wrap things up with Simple Farmer. That way people can go back and jump into that space and see what Sleuth's talking about, because I know I'm excited for this one. I know Simple Farmer, I know you are as well. You know, the launch may not have went as well as everybody had wanted. I don't know what people want, but you know, with the intelligence and prediction markets for Robinhood, I think this is going to be good.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is that I really think they have something in AI agents creating prediction or gathering prediction market data and then essentially making that revenue generating data, because I think AI essentially one day is going to give us the best data from anything. So they're onto something there. Like I said, just give them as well time to continue to develop their product. But this is a little bit of the AI side for the people who like more AI based products in the stockbrokers ecosystem.
Yeah.
But geez, I'm gonna go grab some dinner and I'm just gonna go listen into that.
Space, so. Yeah, and that's what I want to go do as well. All right, well, now we can reset the days without Simple Farmer.
There we go, back to zero.
We are back to zero
workplace incidents.
Yeah, 0 workplace incidents. Well, he did throw some cheese at me. Well, Simple Farmer, I hope you have a good weekend. We'll see what happens through the we'll see what happens over the course of the coming days, but looking forward to this mint that's happening later on today with the card wall. That's going to be fun. So, but yeah,
I appreciate you.
Yeah, bro. Have a good day. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully you come back soon.
Thanks a lot, Simple Farmer. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Kyle, Kenny, nothing else from anybody?
No, sir.
Nope.
All right, good. Well, then that'll be that. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Kyle, are we doing a space tomorrow or no? We haven't done one on Saturday.
I'm down if you want to.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll touch base tomorrow, see what's happening. Maybe Kyle and I will be live tomorrow. If we are live tomorrow, we will let people come on stage. It is a Saturday. It won't be a reality check space. That'll just be a coffee, kicking it, whatever, fucking vibing out space. So maybe we can get Kenny to show up on a Saturday. I don't know if that'll happen, but
I might not even stream. I might just hang out and work on the fence and get some stuff done in the yard if we're going to do it.
Nice. Okay.
A little more conversational style, a little more old school.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you maybe tomorrow, but if not, on Monday. And go get your genuine undead content on the timeline. A little pudgy. If I have to put content on the timeline and I win, y'all are busted, man.
Wait, hold on real quick question about that. Who is judging this?
I am.
Jesus.
I'm the judge.
Jesus. Congratulations, Dillo. Congratulations. You win.
I'm the judge. So I will be fucking strict. Lord. I will be strict.
Everything I've said about you, bro. Right.
Whatever. But this is a great giveaway, and you get to join another great community. So, all right, cool. Everybody have a good weekend. We will see you on the next one. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.